Hello, it's Miss Caitlin here, and in this lesson I'm going to be presenting the way to present sandpaper letters. So this is really a video for the parents. So in our school, we have a system where we teach sets of letters in groups of 4 at a time. You may have heard of the rainbow letter baskets. So each of those colors corresponds to a different group of letters, and generally the way that we teach them is by teaching the sounds of those letters and playing lots of games with the set that they're working on before moving on to a new set. So they really get a lot of practice with a set of letters at a time. So that's how I'm going to show you using this at home. I have actually made some flashcards with the letters on them. There are printables of these. You could use marker and write it on your own. I would suggest something that's a little heavier, cardstock, or these are made out of poster board. Another thing that you can do, if you would like to make them sandpapery, you can actually paint on with glue and then cover it with some sand, or I've even seen like colored sugar, but that sounds sticky, so I would suggest sand. All right, so right now I have my 4 letters spread out on a rug. You could do this ideally actually at a table. The kids love to play this game where you knock knock and see who's there. This is the sound Say the sound that the letter makes while you trace it. It's important to show the tracing with 1 or 2 fingers. This is where sandpaper letters come in handy because they are textured, so the child can feel the texture. But even without texture, it's important to get this muscle movement of the hands. This says, great. Let's see what else we have. This says, ah. Show the child how to trace it, and then have them trace it. Have them say the sound. My bad. What does this say? Ah. How about this one? I'm not sure. This is Let's see what else we have. This says s. Let's trace it. S. Now you trace it, child, who's not here. S. Can you show me s? Can you show me ah? Can you show me That's right, that's If they were to make a mistake, you just say, you could say, so let's say I said, can you show me s? And the child points to this. I might say, that's ah, or thank you for showing me ah. Do you remember which one is s? And if they're not sure, I'll just tell them, this is s. Let's trace it. Let's see what our last letter is. Oh, this letter makes the sound t. T. Can you trace t? Great. All right. S, t. Have them practice tracing it. Every time you work with these letters, have them get their finger out and trace the letters. All of that is going to be so helpful for learning. Now, another thing that kids really love to do is to match objects and pictures by their beginning sound. We do a lot of that in our class. So, over here off the rug, I have some objects, and you want to find some objects that start with these sounds. It's really helpful if you can put them in a box or a bag, so they're kind of like mystery objects. That's always really fun. Let's see what I have. Oh, I have some money. Money. What sound is the beginning of money? Which one makes the sound Yeah, that's right. An apple. What sound do you hear at the beginning? Which letter makes that sound? Ah. S. Scissors and t. Tape. You can see I am just using whatever I have around. I have faith that you guys can find things around your house too. One of the games that I would really suggest doing around the house actually is going on sound hunts. Take one letter at a time to start off with, and have your child occupy themselves by going and finding everything they can find that starts with that they can bring to their workspace. Afterwards, let them show it to you. They can come and find you when they're all done, and they can practice what we call reading back to you. When they're reading back, it's reinforcing that letter sound association. So let's say I was reading back this money, or let's say I was a child and I had a bunch of objects that started with and I was ready to show you. I would say, money, monkey, mask, mom. You get the idea. Doing that reading back really helps to reinforce it. So that's the basic of how I would give a sandpaper letter lesson. It does really help to break this down into groups of letters. Feel free to use our rainbow system that we use at school because the kids are familiar with that. And then find ways to incorporate things in your house. Find ways to incorporate movement, like going on a scavenger hunt through the house. After they find everything, then you could play the hiding game where you go and hide those things and then they have to go and find them again. Turn into your letter of the day. Go on a nature walk and point out the things that start with that sound. I'm also going to try to get some printable pictures for you guys so they can do beginning sound sorting. So that would be like a printable where there would be a bunch of pictures in a letter family and they would sort them by the beginning sound. That's an activity we do in our class a lot. All right,